Oops, I need to even out that screen. Hey, hello, fellow comic community. We have a special show today. Not only that we have amazing guests, but I got a couple new substitute hosts because Otaku can't make it tonight. But they're amazing cast. So let me start with my panel. We got right below me is Jeff. Jeff from
The
Cantonese,
Cantonese comic kid.
Cantonese Comic. You know what? Go ahead, introduce yourself, Cantonese Comic Kid.
What's going on, guys? It's Jeff, aka the Cantonese comic kid, the Vampirella expert, the Frazetta expert, like you guys like it to call me. Uh, Whatever other expert you guys want to throw in there too. And our other co-host is.
Other co-host is uh, Durs, collecting with Durs. He is a community most positive member of the community. Go
I
ahead,
try
introduce
to be.
yourself, Durs.
What's up, everybody? Filling in at the last moment. Have to work at 7 a.m., but I love Dan's work, so I had to be here at least for a little bit just to hype him up because you guys are in for a treat tonight for sure.
And finally, we got our guest of the night. Then I'm not going to try to mess up your last name. You're going
Yeah, because we all try. I even tried it. I'm like, nope, no wait.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, then.
It's Dan Neidlinger. I just think I.
Okay.
That's the easiest way to remember.
Dan Neidlinger.
Yeah, Neidlinger. Yep.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Dan Neidlinger. I'm currently working as an artist, going to cons. I've been doing the con scene since October. I was previously an investigator for a big corporation, and we parted ways, and I started my new career as a aspiring comic book artist.
All right. What are you drinking then tonight? I'm drinking my beer.
Big bottle of water.
But
Water as well.
cheers, guys.
Right.
Cheers, guys.
I'm dry. I got nothing.
All right. So, how we set up? I think we're gonna set up where you're gonna show us some of your works,
Sure.
and we're gonna have questions from the panel, and then we're gonna take some questions from the chat whenever chat gets here. We do have some people, so let me quickly introduce chat real quick. Hey, Entropy Comic, thanks for parking there, bud. He just came in, parked there. Appreciate you. That's Chris's. He's everywhere guy. Right. Appreciate you, and he's from New Mexico, by the way. Hey, K-pop. And they're saying hi to each other. Appreciate you guys. All right. Let's show some of your work.
Cool. Well, I got a little bit of everything. So I studied with a studio called Barnstone Studios after I graduated from Antonelli Art Institute back in the late 90s. And I learned classical design and the golden section and things like that, the Renaissance artists knew. So I grabbed a couple things because recently I was studying over the pandemic. I was in a studio with a friend of mine, Dorian Vallejo, and he had a studio where we were doing figure painting and drawing for about 2 years before it closed, I think in the end of last year. So I grabbed a variety of different stuff. There's one of the male models that we had.
Okay.
Very cool.
So I noticed when you and I talked in the backstage, you were really emphasizing live drawing sessions for the artists.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
then here's one of the portraits that I did.
Very nice.
Nice.
And here's some Nam and I were talking about inking, just having fun with it. So I just grabbed an ink brush.
Nice.
One of these guys from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I got it's Michael's has those too.
Yeah. And I just started having some fun with it. And
Is that just you just recently just did that?
within about
With you?
these were 20-minute drawings back in mid to late 2021.
Cool. Cool.
This one has kind of like an anime feel to it.
Direct inking, right? No under sketch.
Yep, just direct the ink.
That's really tough to do.
Yeah.
That's
And we
cool.
did it for 6 hours. We usually did like a couple quick warm-ups. And then we went into longer ones. Here's one with like a wash.
Oh yeah, wash is fun, but
That's awesome.
really hard.
Yeah, wash is a pain in the butt, though. I hear.
Yeah. But he introduced me to Fabriano paper. I love this stuff.
Okay.
Wow.
And it moves. It helps you move the ink around.
You got you did the anatomy studies?
Yeah. Yeah. Those are a few of those.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And back in 2018, I started studying with Scott Hanna, who's been in the industry for close to 40 years, I think. He's got some of the most amount of pages ever inked by an inker in the history of comic books. So he's got like 23 or 24 something thousand pages inked. So I was learning a lot from him too. And of course, when COVID came through, his studio had closed for a while, and then Dorian's opened up. So I hadn't painted in like 20 years. So these are unfinished, but Dorian pushed me to start moving paint. So
Very nice.
portrait.
Nice.
Eventually going to finish these when I get some spare time.
Acrylic or
No, this is oil.
oil? Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
That's really good.
Hey, Matt.
Matty Ice, baby.
Shout out my Chancellor Travel, my guy.
Both. Bounce back and forth.
I'll tab.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is one this is the underpainting of it. So there's still, you could probably still see I use the golden section underneath. So you could probably still see the geometry underneath it. But this is the underpainting. It'll be kind of brilliant like the last one when it's done. But I use the opposite colors underneath than what I use for the final.
Oh, really? Is that what you do on the painting? Use the underpainting up with the opposite color, then you put the final color is whatever the color that you wanted it.
Yeah. Usually, like on the sketch covers, if I'm doing a face, it'll be blue or like purple because I'm using warm tones in the skin.
Mm.
And I'll try to use the complete opposite, and then tweak it. Maybe throw some blacks in there for like the darks.
Is that for oil painting or is that for any kind of
any kind of painting?
Okay.
Yeah, any kind of painting. And then here's just some. I figured you get a kick out of this because this is how your Nova started.
Oh yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, let me see it. I have to show my own copy.
It always like all my stuff starts out with a gesture drawing.
Nice.
Anyway, this is me and Dan. I met Dan at the HersheyCon, and Durs met Dan at the Heroes Con.
Yes.
So this is what I got. I'll let Durs show his later, but here's what I got from.
Hold on. Hold on.
What?
I think I got one of Dan's.
That's one of the two. That's one of the two things that drew me to your booth was the Galactus and the way you color and draw like kind of galaxies and stuff like that. I absolutely love the coloring and all that stuff with the galaxies. So that plus the way you drew Venom was the first thing that really drew me to your booth.
But the reason I actually picked it up was because of the background. I wanted to do my own background on regular Rook's art.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, oh shoot, that's exactly the background that I was looking for. I couldn't find it in the Google, so I said, that's the type of background I want to color using my Copic. So that's why I picked this one up. And the next one I picked up from him was actually this is the first one I picked up. Now it looks like a Christopher Reeve, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I liked it is because
The blue
the
eyes.
blue eyes.
The blue eyes.
That's awesome.
I just said black and white drawing, but that blue eyes. That's I have to pick that up.
Nice.
Yeah, I did that and Harry Potter. I did a couple commissions for Heroes Con. So
Mm.
that was I made prints of those.
Nice.
But yeah, the Nova start. It was a commission that I did. The guy has the pencils, the inks, and the colors like staggered on his wall in frames. So he was like, "I want Kirby." So
That's dope.
That's kind of how they start out. And
by the way, for your early birds on the chat, at the end of the show, I'll be giving away Dan's art. So,
this is the one I decided on.
Hey.
So I marked a couple pages. So just skip through these real quick. Always doing doodles.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of books or out of the photo reference that I have. That was out of like a sketchbook type thing, and this was out of photo,
Nice.
like the live model. And then stuff that I was working out. Just some more gesture drawings.
Cool.
And the tall one, this one was from a cast. Similar. I have a bunch of these laying around, but
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
always handy to have,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're drawing Conan or Death Dealer or
Yeah.
so. But and then these were. Well, these were both actual models that they let me take reference shots for later. So, I go back and I'll go back and work on them.
Nice.
Come up with ideas.
Very nice.
I'll do like when I get free time, which I haven't had a whole lot of. I'll go back and work on those paintings and start some other ones because a lot of that stuff takes forever to dry in the oils, and that's why the larger paintings are.
By the way, Dan will be at the Baltimore Con coming soon. So DJ will be there.
Yeah, and then
I'll be there.
I have a local one on the 23rd, and
What's the local one?
It's at the Peaburg High School.
Okay.
It's right outside of Easton, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
And then I might be going to another one in between that, and then there's a Lehigh Valley Comic Con in December, first week of December. But there's a big one I'm looking at. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get into it or not, but
we'll be talking about Frazetta here soon. That's why
later, CJ. It's about then right now.
But here's, I'll break out some of my prints. Try to tilt this back a little bit.
Love that.
Ooh.
So nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. Boys, baby.
The boys. There's that blue eye.
Yep. Two of my favorite characters, the Highlander.
There can
And
only be one.
The Captain America I did for the Heroes Con for the charity auction.
I remember seeing that.
And if you ever see that on a banner, that's where I'm at.
Nice.
I put that dead center, and then some Star Wars, Galactus.
Like Galactus is on my
Nice.
wall.
Little Thanos was also a recent commission.
Nice. That's going to be a pickup for next year. I love that Thanos.
And
I like how he can. I like how Dan could jump in between styles too. The red Sonya's nice too.
Oh yeah, with the head.
Yeah.
By the way, the Nova I showed you was he's a Copic marker original.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
then I also sell.
Ooh, I love that.
So you can see my process.
that's beautiful, man.
I like the Galactus in black and white better than I like the colored one. Don't get me wrong, but I like the colored one too.
That's what I'm saying. They're both. I didn't
Yeah.
see. I don't think you had the black and whites when I was there. They're nice.
Yeah. He did the black and white. He did like 3 copies of that, and then he put a Copic marker on that one.
Nice.
And that's what I picked up.
It's sick.
Red Sonja stuff.
Nice.
What is
Maybe
that?
because I read black and white books. That's probably why I like the black and whites better.
Yeah. Some of them are hard to color because
Yeah.
I love the black and white because I grew up with underground comics.
Let
and
you really appreciate that process.
Love the boob
Area
window.
88
of course.
and Ninja Turtles and
Stay
stuff.
on that boob window for a little bit. Never mind. That's
I love that Thanos black and white, man.
that Thanos is awesome.
Yeah, the pencils were kind of light, so I never made a copy of it.
Nice.
But the inks, like I went in and I did a little splatter of white and a little splatter of black ink to make it look like the skulls were just like demolished and
That's sick.
crusty.
Hey, Ken.
What's up, Kenneth?
Here's some old, some older stuff when I started before the pandemic.
Still dope.
That was actually the Black Panther was actually a commission as well.
Nice.
He started out as a doodle when I was at my desk at work and I was just bored out of my mind. There's some older ones.
Lady Mechanicus nice too.
So, if, people who get bored easily become an artist.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of professions start. That's dope.
I recently just did the Ray Stevenson one.
Nice.
I forgot what's the character name in the left.
Oh my God, she's from Gunsmith Cats.
Okay.
I forget her. Raleigh, I think her name is. That one's a couple years old. I can't remember. And then here's a recent
Nice
request that I got.
Nice.
And I took the 20th Century Fox logo that's kind of in the leaked screenshots. Put it in the back.
Nice little touch.
Yeah, I took the person that wanted me to do it said I want that shot in Origins where he's like Victor and he's so I was like, let me put him in the yellow costume. He was like, yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
And got some fun stuff that I just do for practice. Studying with Scott, you get to,
Oh, very cool.
you gotta learn how to ink.
Right.
So you practice a little bit everything, straight lines, curved lines. So
okay.
kind of like a homework assignment, self-assigned type thing.
Right.
I do this stuff all the time.
That's a good way to practice. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then a Capullo page.
Ooh.
I grabbed off the internet.
Nice.
Blue lined it.
Capullo's a god to me. Spawnhead. Nice.
Little Dave Finch action.
Wow.
Eddie Barrows.
Nice.
Sick.
I don't think he needs to be inked, but it's a challenge, so I try. Harder something is, that's why I like to do it. A little Jim Lee.
Nice.
Jim Lee. Otaku, you missing out, Otaku Hyung.
Sick.
Yeah.
Otaku was going to be here today, and his wife is coming home, so he can make it.
Ooh.
So I told Dan, hey, you need to get all your Jim Lee stuff out because
yeah,
was gonna
Ready to
pee
go.
his pants, but he's
There we
go. but I like how Dan's style. Yeah, Dan can mimic other styles too. So
Mhm.
that's yeah.
That's one of the things Scott teaches because he's like, if you're versatile, you get versatile work.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
does-
why I like. That's how I like how you can jump in between different styles and stuff. So that's really cool.
Then there's that one I just finished. This one about
Love, man. That's my personal favorite.
I finished that, and then I got the assignment that I was working on. So
Ooh,
hopefully, I'll be able to talk about something soon.
nice, man. It's exciting.
That's why we. That's why you got to get Dan's Instagram so you can keep an eye out on that.
Well,
I've been preaching him since
Yeah.
HeroesCon 2024. Or 2023. I was like, everybody better be at it. I meant to say I'm tired. I got to be up at 7. I meant to say everybody
No, you're
needs to
good.
be at Heroes 2024.
I just show a couple more in-class drawings that I might
Very cool.
work on paintings for later. And then this is
Very cool.
these will end up turning into paintings later.
that's
But to get-
Instagram, guys.
To get the darks and the lights and understand the position and the anatomy and everything. This is all the work, and then when you get done, then you just put it up on a canvas and you just start painting.
All right. CJ think his question gotta be asked. First of all, what book? Dan hasn't. I don't think. Anyway, what book has he been publishing in? He cannot talk about his future project. He does have a couple coming from. I don't know if
I can't say.
You can't say so. We can't say nothing. So
Yeah.
CJ, follow his Instagram.
Yeah. As soon as I get the clear, I'm going to post it on my Instagram. So, and I'll let everybody know what I'm up to and what I'm doing. So, I was kind of hoping to talk about it tonight, but no go. So, it's standard. If you're a comic book dude, you know, like a lot of people can't talk about what they're working on currently until it's
Right.
So until it's
Hush,
actually,
hush, you know.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask him? Just give him a throw him a bone. Answer this question for him. What's your favorite medium to work with?
right now, paint. I think just painting, just because I'm relearning how to sculpt with paint, to where I used to just do a lot with. This is my charcoal. It's usually a little bit sharper. It looks like a hypodermic needle, but I start out drawn like this, measuring, and then it like if I draw like this is the Wolverine that I started working on. So that's like where it starts. I blew this up from my sketchbook, and then here's the blue line of it. But this is what it looks like. I got the pencils.
That's nice.
You guys get to see my new print for Baltimore.
Nice.
And then I got to the inks. I just been so busy I haven't had a chance to color it yet. So this
That's
is
fire.
the final. Little inspiration from Jim Lee, a little inspiration from Dave Finch,
That's really cool.
but a little homage to the one page in X-Men #1 where Wolverine, Psylocke, and Gambit are in the sewer, and
I
you're
mean,
looking
go ahead.
down.
Give me show it on here, so it might be better
Right.
showing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start posting again in a day or so. I'm just trying to clean up everything that I got so I can start working on con stuff. Hopefully by Tuesday. So I got a shipment that has to go out, but Tuesday morning. So after that, I'm back to working on stuff for the con, and I'll hopefully have this colored within a day or two, and then I'll post that up. But this one was fun.
These guys they're trying to make my life harder. So
It's not, Matt.
then I'll jump ahead to the one I'm working on now, a little Vamprelli action.
The
Nice.
3D tell me what you're
Very
messing
nice.
with.
And then I'll rip it out of the book. I'm going to redo this again, but this is about where I was. I was working on this at Terrificon.
Okay, that's cool.
So I got to stretch the neck a little bit. I wanted to be kind of like a little cute with the shoulder, but
Right.
Right. So, yeah, it's
Did
in
you,
its infancy.
Did you try to, by the way, back to the medium, do you ever did digital?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
No, everything's been traditional so far.
Nice.
And then here's a little Frazetta study.
Very nice.
That's sick.
So it wasn't cropped. It wasn't measured or anything like that. I just basically just drew it out real quick with a white pencil. The head's a little too big for the body, but I just
don't worry about it. His anatomy wasn't wasn't on that either. So
yeah, it was we were all goofing around in Scott's class on black paper. So I picked the Frazetta to work out, and then we built up and built up and built up. And one thing to play around with, and then I started doing a bunch of paintings and stuff. So here's some. Go ahead.
And Comic Journey want to know if you had published anything before.
No. Up until I'm trying to think, March of last year, I was working for a company, and I just decided after talking to Scott and Dorian and a few other of my friends to just go jump in head first and start the art thing. And I started in October with Baltimore last year, was my first con, and then I just set up stuff after that, and I've been just doing the con circuit since then. So usually the winters kind of like my slow time. Last year it was, and this year, so but it'll give me a little bit more time to work. But here's some pencils that I recently did.
Oh, what? Oh, that looks like a giveaway book, no?
Oh, yeah. This is one I just finished. I'm just going to show a couple of these real quick.
Okay.
Very nice.
You taking these to Baltimore Con?
Yeah. Yeah. And these I was going to try to get signed, but I didn't make it in time.
I love that.
Because I think she was at Fan Expo in Chicago.
So you're going to get the celebrity signature along with yours.
Yeah. The guys that do lives with me every once in a while, Clan McDonald, they were going to go there, and I was trying to kind of get them out to them, and it just didn't work out. So
cool.
Catans.
And plus, when you're at a con, man, cell service sucks anyway. So you're trying to get a hold of anybody.
Yeah. So, and this one I just finished for Baltimore too. I did two.
Very nice.
Grab one out of the box.
Got a little delay there. Cool.
I left the eyes like super yellow, so it looks even more menacing than the photo that it was used for reference. Then
very nice.
There's a band brother. Teenage Mutant TMNT.
Yeah, he was just at Fan Expo. What is it? Fan Expo Orlando, Eastman.
Yeah, I'd love to get to MegaCon. I don't know if I want to be able to make that one, but just finished as well.
Oh, Spawn. Yeah. Can I interrupt and let Dirt show his book real quick?
Yeah, I appreciate it. If you want to blow me up. Yeah, I apologize for the lack of enthusiasm. I met Dan at Heroes at 2023, and it was my first commission work ever. I got a call like 2 hours ago that I have to be at work at 7 in the morning, even though tomorrow's my day off. So trying to hang in there, but basically a little backstory is I've never had a commission or anything, and I wanted to just get something done by somebody I had no idea of, somebody I've never heard of. So while my girlfriend was asleep over at the hotel, I went over to the con floor for like 2 hours by myself, talked to a couple people, and then saw Dan, and he had a picture of, if I can get my finger, it's the Galactus one in the corner, and then he had a big Venom on his thing, and I started talking to him, instantly resonated with him, connected with him, and I was just like, hey man, I had a spawn blank at the time, and I was like, hey man, I want like a spawn, kind of like a side shot, classic McFarlane or something, and the way this turned out exceeded my expectations
Beautiful.
100 times fold. He even put the Venom in the corner box. So the next time I see him, I'm going to have the Venom blank and I'm going to get the whole Venom sketch and then I'll have the spawn in the corner box. But just being able to talk to Dan and just let him, I told him surprise me. I didn't have anything in mind or anything in particular. But like I said, his work is phenomenal. So I highly recommend you guys to follow his link, and like I said, I've been preaching him since I met him in the summer, and don't miss out on him. You'll be sleeping on it.
Can you show that book? Let me show you where I'm most impressed by. I mean, I love everything else, but I love those little two skulls at the.
Yes, dude.
I love that. I love that.
Just the detail in it, and just the how it goes all the way up here as well, and everything. You just 100 times over exceeded my expectations, man. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, for real, for doing that.
No problem. Thought I could be your first.
For sure, you were. You popped my commission cherry, bro. You did.
You got the version, man. You got the version. That's good.
Yes. But I have to go, guys. I have to be up so early in the morning.
Okay.
See you later.
I do apologize, but like I said,
problem.
make sure you guys follow the links. Do not sleep on him.
No, I'm gonna enter your gift. I'm gonna type it in mine.
Okay.
I'll tag you.
For sure. I'm gonna hop in chat, and as I'm winding down, I'm still gonna be in chat, so I'm still gonna be watching it, guys.
All right.
So thank you for having me. You guys have a beautiful night.
We're going.
By the way, number. By the way, I think who asked where's Otaku?
Hold on, I'll find it.
Anyway, someone asked Matt and
Comics by the Bay.
yeah, Matt asked where's Otaku.
Matt, yeah.
Otaku, his wife is coming home from Japan. They haven't seen each other for months, and he has to take care of his family. So that's why he's not here. So that's why I asked. Last minute, I appreciate that the Dirt and Jeff was willing to co-host with me. So I appreciate those guys.
Of course.
I appreciate Dirt for coming here and showing up. That he was a version for Dan. Nice submission. So. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right.
Of course.
Gosh, keep up. I'm sorry to interrupt. Keep
I
up.
have to send him some of my Jim Lee inks.
Okay. You appreciate that.
Yeah, this one I did was like an homage to 300. And I put
really cool.
The Venom grin in it. Instead of just doing the straight copy, I figured I'd give him a little smile. Because that was the first appearance of Venom.
Right.
And at the beginning, he just had that little slit, like the little mouth.
Right.
And then this was just something I was playing around with the Spider-Verse.
That's just cool.
And you get to use fun stuff like this.
Oh, yeah.
You just move it around but
So
I got a few dinosaurs.
You collect toys too? Toys and comics?
Oh, I got all kinds of stuff. It's I got
but Dan got an excuse. It's for references.
yeah, now I can start writing that stuff off now.
Yeah.
This was something I actually redid. I didn't like the original, so I went back in and just used acrylic paint over it. And I used ink on the blacks, and it just pops right out. So I figured this was just in time for Baltimore too. Then, I'll do stuff like this. Because some of my
I said, I like how you jump in between styles. I like how you could jump in between a portrait style and then animated style and all this other stuff too.
So
Yeah.
what's the largest piece of your work done? I mean, is it comic book size or the 11 by 17? You worked on anything bigger than those?
Yeah, the 11 by 17 is the biggest. I have one. Somebody was asking me to do a commission. I think I was gonna do 13 by 19, but I have I already have the 11 by 17 worked out, so I can put a phi rectangle, so I can do the Fibonacci sequence on it, and I can use that for composition. So I like to stick with 11 by 17, but like the paintings, they're like 14 by 19, I think is the canvas pad. So when we're painting, I just paint. But that one that was worked out with the underpainting, it's to whatever the division I used was. I think it was either a root 5 rectangle or root 4. But usually I either go with a root 5 or a 5 rectangle.
For art interest, can you explain a little bit about Fibonacci sequence?
Yeah, it's I have a nice little printout.
Okay. That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get this when I was at the Barnstone, but the later students got this, so I grabbed one as they were closing the studio. But it has, let's see on this side, it's the root 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then there's the phi rectangle, and I usually just do that and then flip it all around.
Okay.
But you're basically taking a square and then dropping the diagonal of the square down to get the root 2, and then you take the division of it, or the armature, as you can see here. You take that, and then you bring that across, and that'll give you the divisions. Like newspapers were done on, I believe, a root 4 with borders of root 5 around it, so the text copy on a piece of newspaper down the side. I don't think they do it too much anymore because everything's digital, and they just throw copy up. But they used to get the centerpiece, and then the sides were like a different rectangle. Like cars are designed on standardized, like a motorcycle is designed on a root 3, usually on the theme of 3. But cars are designed usually on either a root 5 or root 4. If you look at like J.C. Leindecker's books, you can see like he uses a lot of the root 4. You can see the square underneath. A lot of the old artists used to use the square for measurements, and you could see that in different artists. You'll see the geometry underneath the painting. Like if John Singer Sargent was good with that. I've studied him. I've studied Frazetta over the years. Mark Schultz, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Like if you get any of his art books, he'll show you the armature of what he's working on. So you'll see it in red or blue or something like that. And I've talked to him a couple times, and I love talking to him about the golden section. So I think one of his teachers used to go to the Barnstone. He studied in Strasbourg somewhere. I don't live too far away from the Frazetta Museum up in Pennsylvania, so I go up there. I go to the Halloween shop over the years. I have the Death Dealer up behind me.
Oh yeah.
So that's signed by Frank Frazetta.
Yeah.
He was actually. I haven't met anybody from down in Florida. I haven't met Sauer or anybody there, but I have met Frank.
Well, if you come down for MegaCon, man, let me know, and then we'll set something up for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
But I've gone over to I've been going over to the Halloween store for years.
Her Uncle Billy.
He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I used to dress up at work on Halloween as Darth Maul. So
okay.
I got the head for it. So
right.
So, but and I got like all the gum and spirits and everything and the paint.
Right.
From there. So he was always good on, it was like, if you're going to be in this all day, do this and then spray this over top of it. And
right.
I haven't done it in a while. Maybe one day I'll show up at a con dressed as Darth Maul with my cape and everything.
Darth Maul, drawing Darth Maul.
I got to find my Hakama and my old key. So that was a fun thing to do.
So since you brought it up, have you seen any of Billy's stuff or any of Frazetta's stuff that Billy has? That the like any of the paintings that he had attained?
Not
Like
in person. Not in person.
okay,
Yeah, I don't. He may. I haven't talked to him in a while, but
right.
we had talked about like I'm trying to think. This is going back to like 2018, so I apologize.
No,
But
yeah. I was just curious anyway since you brought it up.
yeah, we were talking about some of the paintings he had, and of course you have some at the Frazetta Museum, and I know they all split them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was actually Dorian and I were talking about going over there soon because somebody wanted like a Frazetta type commission, and I
Right.
like going over there just to get inspired, and it's a perfect
Right.
excuse to go over and have
Right.
some fun. So,
Right.
but yeah, I don't think he may have displayed them since then, but I don't know.
No, what I heard from Sarah, not because Sarah and Uncle like that, they talk still. So I don't, he was thinking about opening it, but not sure if he has. So
Yeah, that's about the last time I talked to him. That's what he was thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wish he would. Then it'd be two places.
Yeah, it would be nice because I know each one of them have their own paintings. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I couldn't find. I did a study of the sorcerer. It was the green caped figure with the barbarian
Yeah.
pole. I did that at the Barnstone years ago, and I was trying to find it so I could show it to you guys. It's full size. I think
Right.
overlap Route 5 rectangles. And it was a study on how to I was having an issue back then with trying to figure out that geometry. So I picked my favorite artist and I was like, okay, let me figure this out. Then I did a rendering of it. And then I was going to paint it. And then the studio closed. So I never got around to it. One of these days when I get free time, but it's kind of hard to have free time anymore.
Trying to
being your own boss.
Trying to go to MegaCon because really looking forward to going to seeing Frazetta Museum, and I want Jeff to take me there because he knows them personally. So the family, Sarah Frazetta, right, the granddaughter.
Yeah, Sarah and Holly. So I know Uncle Billy's sister.
So this is where you make a connection, man.
Yeah.
Do they have paintings up down
Yeah,
there?
they got paid. It's every February they do it. So since MegaCon's gonna be like February 1st and everything else, so it's always the beginning of February and the end of March, or depending on if Mom feels like going until the end of March. Sometimes it could be the end of February, and if Mom feels like, so it's whatever Mom feels like.
Yeah, I just have to figure out logistics for that and get down there, even if I go as a fan. But I couldn't get down there last year because the travel was too long. But I found out that you can actually hop onto a train with your car and then just put your feet up and go down to Florida.
Yeah.
And then I'll have my own vehicle and I could just go right into a hotel. So but because I have too much, I have 2 comic book boxes full of sketch covers that I try to keep full for every big con. So it's hard for me to put that in a overhead suitcase.
Yeah. I can understand that, and trying to ship that thing, it's going to be a pain in the butt anyway.
Yeah, and then to wonder if it's going to get destroyed by the time you get there. No,
right.
I don't want to take that chance. So
yeah.
This was another Venom I just finished.
Ah, really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, and I got 2 red Sonias, like Frank Cho style.
Ah, very nice. Yeah. Nice. Now you should just put the bubbles like Cho does, the funny bubbles.
So, but that's about it for that. I tried to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And then this is a Joaquin Phoenix Joker I'm working out.
Oh, that's cool.
And then because the Jokers always go like that one on my gallery.
Does requesting a Venom again, please?
Yeah. Extra drooly.
Yeah. That's really nice too, man. It's like
yeah, I went back in. I detailed the hell out of his teeth, and then I realized you couldn't tell it apart from the gums. So I went back
Oh, okay.
with white ink and I was like, make them pop.
Mm.
So, and then I darkened the tongue with a little bit of a wash, and I came around with it. So there's probably a little bit of a glare on here, but it looks really sexy close up.
Right.
Sounds like
It look all that stuff looks better in real life, guys.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
Love.
And then I want to have
Very
a
nice.
Joker.
yeah.
Trying to get all this done before the Baltimore con, right?
Yeah, these are up on my plate. That's why they're not in bags. So they're on my pile. Once I get the other stuff done.
Do you have a chance to do work at at the con itself?
Yeah, I usually probably go down there. It's about a 4-hour drive, so I'll probably go down Thursday after rush hour traffic. Get down there, set up my banner and stuff at my booth, and then I'll go grab some food and then sit in the hotel room that night and just go nuts, and then stay up probably till 2 or 3 in the morning, and then get up and then go in. I think it's 1 o'clock Friday. So
Well, I got a fun question for you, Dan. What's the weirdest material you painted on?
Weirdest?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Skippy?
Probably really thin, almost comic book paper cover.
Mm-hmm.
So I paint it was hard to work on. And I have it in my box, but it's in the other room. It's a Blade Runner cover.
Uh-huh.
And I did Anna de Armas on there, and she's in a black dress with dragons.
Right.
So it was kind of hard to paint on because it warped a little bit. And it was like super thin. So
Right.
I had to do kind of like a little bit thick, a little bit thin, instead of like usually on the heavier stuff. Like this is something else I want to get done for
Right.
Baltimore. I started it about a week and a half ago, but like I'll do a wash, and there's a purple in the face, and then of course the black for the hair, because that's going to pop when it's done.
Right.
I'll paint over the logo, and I'll wash that out with like a skin tone. But like I'll do a wash and let it dry with a paper towel underneath it, so the moisture kind of absorbs out of the cover itself. It's almost like a Bristol.
Right.
So it's hard to do that with some of the flimsier covers. I have this is one of them. It's more of a canvas paper, but it's really thin. So
Right.
I start out with the pencil. I block in the portrait. This is another one I hope to get done for Baltimore.
Oh, okay. That's that's a lot of wood. A lot of
Yeah. I think the most I've done is like 2.5, 3 in a day.
Okay.
Full completed covers from start to finish. And I get up in the morning and I just go. And this is one I'm almost finished with.
Oh, that's really cool.
I think Nauman has dibs on this one.
Nauman likes blondes.
And then
I like that.
that's another one I'm working out. So
Very cool.
I'll get ideas and I'll just pencil them out, and then I'll do a cycle. I'll just go between covers. So
Okay.
you get a chance to say, okay, I really made a mistake there, and go back to it. Like the Vampirella, like the original, like the neck is a little too short on the
Right.
one. So if I sit there for 6 hours, it'll just
Right.
it's
I got
sometimes hard to notice. But yeah, I learned that from Scott. He usually has like 4 pages on his wall. He's working out different pages of whatever comic that he's working on.
Right.
And that was cool to see him working on the run of the new Spider-Man with Romita Jr. Those were beautiful pages, and it's like I couldn't talk about them, couldn't say anything, and I got to see all this beautiful artwork up on his thing that he was working on. I think my 2 favorite pages were the 18 and 19 of the Amazing Spider-Man issue that he's currently working on. So those were beautiful. One was a pile of, it kind of came off like a Frank Miller pile of ninjas from the Daredevil, and then one was Catwoman and Spider-Man on a snowy hill, and he just had the movement down. It was just like so beautiful. Just looking at the pages in the raw form, and then him inking them on top of it. It was just glorious. So But and then of course I got him to sign my 2 copies when they came out. But
Right.
it's always cool to see stuff like that, and I'm constantly learning from him.
Mhm.
I think as an artist, I mean, I talk to other artists that are professional over the years, and they're always learning from other artists. So if you're
Right.
not learning, you're not really gonna
You're not
progress.
really an artist, being honest. You're not really an artist if you're not learning from somebody else.
Yeah, and I try to watch like Jim Lee. The
Mhm.
Wolverine that inspired me was his Omega Red he did about a year ago.
Uh,
It's hard to work and watch like him and Dave Finch and I'll play Effie paint, and because it's like I'm trying to work and I'm using that as background noise, but I stop working and I spend like an hour watching them do their thing, and
Right.
I just lost an hour of production time. So it's like,
right.
But you learn something in the process, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, but then you lose you lose a little bit. You lose time, so you're like, Jesus.
I asked you this question before during the backstage. Will you do sketch cards at cons?
yeah, I'll do just pretty much anything. I have like little 7x10s that I do. They're kind of buried right now, but like on my Instagram, I usually post them. Like when I do them, I do like little headshots. And the idea was a sketch cover. I'm sorry, not a sketch cover, a sketch card. Because not everybody wants to drop X amount of dollars on a
Right.
fully painted sketch cover.
Right.
I do some like less expensive sketch covers. So usually I like at a con, if you're coming up to me, it's usually between like 60 and 100, depending on like how much you want.
Right.
Just give me a feel of like what you're looking for, and we'll work out a price. So
Well, that's not too bad. The commission I got at MegaCon this year, it cost me like $450. So, but I asked him, it was like all I wanted was a meh. But he came all the way from Australia, so I thought I wasn't gonna see this artist again, maybe. So I'm like, I gotta get a commission out of him. Yeah.
I've gotten a bunch of sketch covers from different artists. I have local artist friends of mine, Brendan and Brian Frame. I was always at their table buying stuff.
Yeah.
And they're cool guys too. They're published, and they've been doing stuff for years. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like being at the cons, being a fan since I was a kid. Collecting.
Right.
I was pulling Amazing Spider-Man 300 off the shelf for $1.
Right.
That's when I started, and now, being a fan, getting all my stuff signed over the years, and just getting to talk to people. And now that I'm behind the booth, my stuff, it's like you're having different conversations with those guys and gals.
Yeah.
So it's like
now you're part of the part of their little group now. You're like, oh geez, like when the hell did this happen?
And I have other artists come up and buy stuff from me, and
I
wish I had a little bit more expendable income at the moment, because I like to buy stuff. I was at Garden State, and Lynn Yoshi was behind me, and I usually buy stuff from her. So it's like,
Lynn Yoshi, we interviewed her here on before, so
yeah,
it was a great interview. She was a great interview.
Yeah,
and a great suggestion for getting that social network with the other artists and stuff.
Yeah, she's really cool. And
I mean, a lot of the guys are, and then like your story and one of the friends I have is the same. His name's Joe Doyle. It's almost the same exact story, because he was he worked at a corporate job, and then he sketched for a little bit. Like he went to one of his shops, and the guy goes, "Dude, you got a really good skill in doing this. Why don't you just up?" And he did it, and now he went to San Diego this year. So he's getting there. So like I think he started like a year before the pandemic. So so
yeah, I think it was 2018. The local comic book store, Comic Masters, Harry and Tom gave me a little booth and said, "Hey, sell some stuff."
Yeah, that's why I said that when I heard your story, I'm like, it sounds just like Joe, my friend Joe's story too, because it's exactly the same.
Because I was always bringing in stuff to show them, and I was like, "Yeah, this is what I'm working on right now," And it's like, why don't you put a bunch of that stuff together and just get a booth? Like you're starting to study with Scott, so it's like, just do it for fun. And I was like, all right, let's do it, and made a couple bucks, and
Yeah.
nothing to brag home about, but it was just it bit me, the bug bit me. So I was like,
Right.
from there, and then of course, the pandemic came in, and
Right.
I actually took that time while I was working from home. I was in
Right.
the office for like 9 months, and then they forced everybody out of the office at certain points. But I would like work from home, and then I'd punch out, go hit the outside gym, and then come back in and just draw. And then I didn't have to drive an hour to work and an hour home, so I get that extra 2 hours to either draw or sleep. So it's like I'm coming in fresh every day. It was great.
Right.
And then the company said, we're going to get rid of a bunch of people, and I said, all right. And after 21 years, I said, you know what? I don't really want to go back and do, corporate.
Right.
So I made the decision. I talked to Scott, and I talked to my friend Dorian, and Dorian helped me set up my website, and he's been a good friend, and so is Scott. And, every chance I get, I do Harry's Free Comic Book Day in May, and a couple of the local places I've been doing. So they have LA Comic Con. If anybody's up in Allentown, they have 4 a year. I'm usually at every one. So, and the local Peaburg, Faith runs a local comic book shop, local comic book show for the students to learn. She teaches. She has students learning how to get into the industry. So it's kind of like they're starting their own little book this year. So she told me. So I think that's pretty cool. And they've had like big artists come in and train them and things like that.
Right.
So, and I've taught kids at a local studio, and unfortunately they just recently closed, because I probably would have done it again this summer, because it's kind of fun seeing all. I was that little kid watching, watching like Lee Weeks at our local comic book store. He's beastin', so it's like every once in a while he'll pop in. And when I was a little kid, he was signing issues of 298, 299, and 300 of Daredevil, and I still got those were my prized possessions. So, and they've always like those comic book artists will always encourage you to keep going and keep doing it.
Right.
I was talking to Naman the other day, and Billy Tan, I got these off of him in 2010, and I was talking to him at a Wizard World before they stopped doing their thing, and he said, just keep at it. And he goes, if you're good, you get in. He goes, at that time, I think he said, I'm 35. He goes, there's no age limit. So I was like, that's always kind of stuck in the back of my head. It's like, it's never too late. So
let me go ahead and start collecting names. See if,
so what's the hashtag?
What does it give away?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put, because I can't pronounce your name, I'm gonna hashtag it.
We just put hashtag Cap.
You want me to hashtag Cap?
CAP, yeah, Cap America.
You want to make it easy for these guys, huh?
Yeah, Cap. You don't want to spell my name, you'll be here all night.
Yeah. It's all right. Hashtag Cap. It's a hashtag Cap, guys.
It's not hashtag worm. Everybody's hashtagging worm.
Hashtag Cap.
So I'll keep it up for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dan is nicer than me. I was gonna make it really hard for you guys, but what the heck? He's the guest, so I have to listen to him. Now, while you guys are doing hashtag Cap, hey, if you hear it, go ahead and put it in. You're allowed to.
I did. Well, all we're gonna hear is CJ goes, "It's rigged."
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, CJ is gonna say it's rigged, but here's Dan's what do you call it?
Instagram.
Go visit his Instagram. Let me go ahead and put a banner for Dan's website too.
Well, if you go to his Instagram, it goes to his website too. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
got
He's
the
a
link on there.
website, and he does have things for sale on his website. If you guys, cannot make it to the con and you want to buy off some of his website, and you may even contact him, IM him, and say, "Hey, I want some kind of work." I'm sure he'll get.
Yeah, I'm always open for commissions. The best thing to do is send me an email off my website. It's the same. It's artmotioncomics.proton.me. But like the DMs, I get so many scammers. It's hard to tell like who's really serious and
Yeah.
who's not. So, and if he it
We
says a
we even get that too, Dan. So don't worry about it. We get that stuff too. It's like,
thanks for reminder. No international shipping because Dan is shipping himself. Okay, no international shipping. Don't be hard on the dude. Okay. CJ intending just to get one sent out to Mongolia. So that's no international shipping at all. All right. So, all right. And he's going to Baltimore Con. He's doing the local. That's like 4 days now. 3 days. 4 days.
Yeah, it starts Friday, I think, at 1:00, and then goes till Sunday at 5, I think.
Okay. I'll bring you lunch, man. I'll bring you lunch.
Do you know what day you're going to be there?
I bought a ticket for 3 days. Just I want to be at least be there 2 days, at least Sunday and maybe Saturday and Sunday maybe.
Well, if you're gonna get books, yeah, go Sunday. But if you're gonna go get commissions and stuff, the first day is the best time to do it because that's what I did.
Yeah. I mean, you order it and then they do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
not only that, but because some artists only take certain amount of commissions too. Like certain ones only take like four commissions per show or something like that. So
I pre-order one for Dan, the one he's working on right now. So he could finish it.
Yeah. Then you'll be all good. Yeah. Dan should be done by the time you get there.
He gave me a good price on it, and so that our community people will get to enjoy his art as well, not just me. So
yeah, and I like when I do commissions at the cons, it's cheaper, and my prices are a little cheaper because I don't have shipping and everything like that. Like on the website, you have to pay taxes, the shipping, so the prices are a little bit higher on the website. But if somebody from here sees me at Baltimore, just let me know, and we'll work out a bookworm price for you.
Oh yeah, bookworm discount. Bookworm discount.
Yep.
Love that. Okay. And by the way, for the third time, I'm going to say, Otaku is having a family. His wife is coming back from Japan, so he's not available tonight. That's why I invited.
That's why he invited his second co-host.
Yeah. I invited Jeff and then Durs all along. So again, I want to appreciate that. Yeah,
we got you.
Appreciate you guys. So that's what happened with the Otaku. Just don't make stories up, guys. Like CJ, don't listen to CJ. That's what I'm asking. All right. There's an 8 entry. Is there? Oh, wow, there's 1 in 8 entry for. This is nice price. No international, guys. Sorry. Okay. All right. I'm gonna 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. Hey, Ben Compton.
Nice. Congratulations, Ben.
Ben, I know I owe you something. I think I owe you something, but this is coming directly from
Dan.
So you'll get it in time.
Told you. I knew he would.
It's gonna be forever, but it's gonna come from the Dan, so it should be there. As soon as Dan get his stuff out. I mean, Dan's busy too, but just give it time, Dan. All right, that's cool. All right, let's close this up. Anything last thing you want to talk about, Dan? Do you have any questions, Jeff?
No,
All right.
he answered most of mine that I asked. So.
I'm. You
Go
probably. I usually try to post like when, like if Clan McDonald does anything with me, you can go on their Facebook page and become a member, and they'll usually have a live, and I'll do sometimes exclusive work for them. So I'm hoping to have like a cover over the next like 6 months to a year, so you can get something signed at a con from me, like an actual comic book, published cover. So that's one of my top goals. So I have something to either sell or you guys can come up to me and get something signed. So
Oh, that reminds me. Are you going to get into Whatnot? I don't do Whatnot, but some people are
I'm
interested.
thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I've heard it's a hit or a miss. So I gotta. I've seen Buzz's stuff, and I he's always having fun on there. So I want to pick his brain too. There's a lot of people in the industry I'd like to talk to and find out like what works, what doesn't.
Right.
I do have a Whatnot account. It's just to watch basically. I haven't been in it in a while because the connection here before. That's why it took so long for the interview, is because we lost all kinds of connections with an accident outside my house and a telephone pole. So we ended up swapping providers, and now I got a nice clean connection. So Whatnot should be pretty cool going forward. So hopefully I'll be able to do that, and I might be doing some other things too. I'm going to try every avenue because it's unfortunately it's a one-man show, so I don't have a secretary or anything or cohort or anything like that. So it's what I have time to do, and finding out I have to spend like 2 or 3 days doing the business part of it, and then the other days doing the art part of it. It's tough. That's why I haven't posted really any. I've been working on something. Like I said, I can't talk about it, but for like the last week and a couple days. So hopefully I'll be done by tomorrow, and then I'll be working on the other stuff and start posting stuff for Baltimore in a few days.
Yeah,
So,
very cool.
He told me that he's not supposed to, but well, maybe I should say it. But
no, don't
don't say it because then you get into trouble. Not Dan.
I'm really excited for him. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm really excited for him. So that's
so.
And
as soon as I get the all clear, I'll post what I'm working on, and it's one of those fun things. I'm just getting my toes wet. So
yeah, I mean this channel is all about supporting artists. So anything we can do,
and supporting artists, supporting local YouTube, supporting the community, everybody else. So
yeah. So
Anyway,
if you guys going to Baltimore Con, give him a. Go there, say hi to him. I suggest to Dan. I know Comic Journey asked him that maybe some of us can afford a sketch cover, even maybe $20, $30. Little
sketch cards.
Sketch cards. That'd be great if you could incorporate that. But
I try to have a variety of price points because, like I said, like my covers on average are like $350, $300, $350 for the painted ones.
That's not too bad. That's not bad at all.
But,
because Frank Cho's ones are a little more expensive. You know what I mean? Like so. So
I want to be reasonable. I mean, I'm trying to give like someone like something they could like cherish. Something that I would want to hang on my wall.
Right.
It's like some of the stuff I sell. I was like, I really didn't want to get rid of that.
Right.
It's like you can't keep everything, but I found celebrities really like signing my stuff at cons. So Hayden Christensen, somebody purchased that on a live with the clan, and I believe they got it signed at one of the fan expos by Hayden. And a fun little thing that Grace Caroline Curry was at Terrificon, and I showed her the cover because my art dealer was there, and said she loves comic books. So I was like, all right, let me go up and show it to her. She liked it so much, I just gave it to her. Normally I don't do that, but I was like, she was over the moon. So it's one of the ones in my gallery on my.
Trust me, it could come back to you though. The karma's gonna come back. Like you giving it to her. It's not, something major is gonna happen, good for you, and that's all it means.
Yeah, she just
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. That's it. Like I love people. I love art, and especially like
Right.
when you do something that you just spend hours on, and you show it to somebody, and they flip out over it, especially if it's them.
Right.
And, I'm a big fan of hers anyway, so it's like
Yeah.
so
And plus, she'll probably know your name by the next con you go to and you see her. She'll hey Dan or whatever. You'll be like, oh shit.
yeah. She said she would post it once the SAG stuff is over with.
Yeah.
There was a couple artists that she took pictures of that did sketches of her. But she's like,
Yeah.
you can't post anything because of everything that's going on. And,
Yeah.
a lot of those guys were just there because it wasn't part of the whole strike stuff. So
Yeah.
they were
Because,
able to,
like I said, a lot of those guys are gonna be doing a lot of cons for now until this thing is over because
Yeah.
the only way they can make any money in that right now it's cons.
Hey, Bronze. Ben's asking a question here. Yes, Dan, this is Ben Compton, so he's not some scammer. Just he sends you IG message. Get his as soon as you get his address and you get the shipping cost, you tell me what it is, and I'll just PayPal you. Okay.
Okay.
So
either IG or email me. Just put your name in the top of the contact, and I'll reply
make
back.
sure you include a comic book worm.
Yeah.
So as soon as that's done, then you should be good, Ben. All right. Thanks.
Well, I feel privileged. We're Dan's first interview because I try to look up to see if Dan did any other interviews before this one. I'm like, let me go look just to make sure so we don't ask him the same questions the other interviewer did.
Jeff, I appreciate you doing all that research for me.
Of course, you told me to, and you told me, oh yeah, you co-hosted. I'm like, okay, let me go do all this research for beforehand.
So then I appreciate you coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Do you have anything to announce before we go, Jeff?
Just Baltimore.
Baltimore too?
No, I'm not going to Baltimore. Just Dan's going to Baltimore, but I got some stuff coming up though. I got in October. I got a bunch of Vampirella stuff coming, Vampirella videos coming. So, yeah, that's all I got coming up. Nothing much. Oh, and a Fire and Ice review next week for issue 2. Yeah,
well, I just bought that issue just now. I
Yeah.
bought it because you guys been talking about it. So
yeah,
And-
I really enjoyed it. So,
cool. All right,
Mhm.
Dan, appreciate you. You can stay in the back for a little bit.
Yeah.
The chat, thanks for coming by. That's just a Bronze Age nerd here, Glenn here.
Yeah.
And Trev. Appreciate you guys coming by. We're going to end the show. So till next time, we all out.
see you guys later.